Hey, howdy. Well, it's been a minute, huh? Well, uh, job. I mean, I actually have an excuse this time. I've got a lot of fun stories about my job, how that's been going, some other stuff that I've been doing recently. We got dailies. I'm basically gonna have to flip a coin on this one because one of them, a 3D Underworld, is on the path to what? Virtual City, Rainy Apartments, and Old Train Station is on the path to the Depths. And apparently, there's a way to get here quickly. Oh, it's Rainbow Silhouette World. Okay, so that's not happening. I guess we could just go this way through Purple World. That seems like it'll be faster. Oh. Shoot, is there a tour? Is that why people are lined up? The Night Latin Gay Tour. Fun. So. What have I been up to? I've been doing more work, and it's been fun. I've been really liking it, and as it happens, I can actually talk about this now that it's set in stone. My internship has been extended into a part-time job while I'm at grad school and finishing that up. And then once that's finished, it's gonna be commuted into being a full-time. So I'm really happy about that. Like, that is everything I could have possibly asked for. I just have a job lined up. I never have to go through LinkedIn hell again. Which, honestly, that's part of the reason why I decided to finally rip the band-aid off and make the job application jump scare mod. As, like, part of it was I wanted to make, like, a quick 5-minute mod because I'm sick of making these ridiculous, huge mods that take up all my time. Especially since I have less and less time these days. But at the same time, it felt like it would have been... It kind of felt like bad luck to make a mod like that was just a joke on the shirt of it about applying for jobs. But now that I'm seemingly in the clear in that department, I'm fine with making a joke about it. And announcing it. Because, oh my god. Not sure what direction it's gonna lead me in, but we'll see. This is already not the job that I expected to end up in, but am I gonna look a gift horse in the mouth? Absolutely not. I'm gonna play ball and see where on earth this leads me. Beyond that, though, I've been slowly doing more stuff to, knock things off of my to-do list. My personal, like, summer checklist. And the first thing that I ended up doing, the first thing that comes to mind at least, is I finally finished Doom 2, so I've now played both Doom and Doom 2, and may I just say I have no desire to go back and play any of the others. My apologies to people who really like Doom, because I just did not vibe with it. The art style was cool, the music was great, but oh my god, that game was frustrating as hell by the end of it. Particularly Doom 2. There was a certain point where it was just... The way I've heard it described, and maybe other people can vouch for me on this, the way that I've heard Doom described is it's a game that knows, especially by the end of the runtime, it knows exactly how the player is going to react to certain situations. And it will intentionally do things to make your life more difficult because it knows how you're going to react to simple battles and simple situations. Like, it'll put you in a room with a single Baron of Hell, and, bait you into walking backwards, and then have a line death there that opens a door to reveal a whole bunch of other demons that are behind you that only get revealed after you get spooked by the Baron and walk backwards. A bunch of shit like that. And it's interesting, it's very well designed, but it is deeply, deeply, deeply frustrating at times, especially those last few levels. Ooh. Looks like something went wrong. Did the server break? The server might have broken. Give it a quick refresh. I didn't get too far into it, so it's not that bad. I just gotta go through Purple World again. But I've had both good things and bad things happen to me recently. I got the job, but at the same time, I also had a very fun few days. Fun in big fat air quotes. I got tonsillitis for a couple of days, and I'm still kind of getting over it. But I felt like I was my voice was like good enough that I would be fine with recording a video. But wow, that was the most pain I've felt in a while. That was really not fun. Because tonsillitis, if you don't know, is I mean, it's what you'd probably expect. It's a infection of the tonsils. And it's usually a pretty short-lived thing. It just, like, happens for, like, a week or two, but during that week or two, it is super painful, and if it happens multiple times, you have to get your tonsils out. Now, I don't think I'm gonna have to get my tonsils out, thank God. I mean, I would kind of prefer to avoid ending up in the hospital if possible. But wow, that was painful for a couple of days. Hurt to swallow too. That was the main thing. It's just deeply, deeply uncomfortable, and also it was very painful to swallow, which meant that I had to try extra hard to actually, like, feed myself, because every time I tried to eat food, my body would tell me very firmly that I was in fact eating food, and that it was not a fan, but I did it anyway. I have some, like, over-the-counter pain meds on my nightstand that I literally never used before today, and I've just been, like, I've been, like, intermittently popping a few of them while it worked itself out. And now I can feel it ever so slightly, but it's basically gone. By the time Monday rolls around and I have work again, it'll be completely gone. So yeah, that was fun. That was another unique experience to add to my summer experiences, I guess. And now, on the exact other side of the coin, instead of pain and anger, joy, pure joy and happiness, I watched Toy Story 2, more or less for the first time, a couple of days ago. And I swear I'm not I swear I'm not trying to be that guy, but they really don't make Pixar movies like that anymore. Because that movie was absolutely incredible. If you've never seen it, go watch it. It is probably one of the best Pixar movies that I've seen. It's close. It's in the running with stuff like Ratatouille for me. Like, it is extremely, extremely, extremely good. I really, really liked it. The Sarah McLachlan song reduced me to a sobbing heap, and anyone who's watched the movie knows exactly what I'm talking about. Because I'm going to assume they reacted the same way. It's a very, very quotable movie. It's one of those movies that, it gets taught, like, quotes from that movie specifically get tossed around on Reddit a lot. So if you've ever seen stuff on Reddit that's referencing Toy Story, it is probably referencing that movie. But it was great. I really enjoyed it. And then, in completely... I swear this was not why I ended up watching Toy Story 2, but it was convenient that it worked out this way. I ended up finally cracking, and I ended up watching a few pieces of YouTube media about Deltarune and Woody, which that was fun, because that was something that I completely avoided leading up to chapters 3 and 4, because after chapter 2, even in chapter 2, I wasn't super plugged into the community. But I finished chapter 2, I did my piece, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go play other games now. And there were seemingly a lot of other people that went, no, I'm just not gonna play other games. I'm just going to let the brain rot consume my mind and keep making weird theories about Deltarune for several years until chapters 3 and 4 come out. So there were a lot of very weird and kooky theories that held very little water, but are really fun to read about in retrospect, because a lot of it is just fan theory slop. But that being said, it's very funny to me for a couple of reasons. The main thing is just the fact that where it came from, the fact that all of that pure delirium surrounding Woody and Woody theory and all that stuff it was literally just Toby Fox shitposting. Okay, I'm gonna sit here for a second until the game reconnects. But it all started with Toby Fox cracking a joke. It was like, it was a Tumblr post of him, or it was a Tumblr post or a Twitter post, I don't remember which. There it goes. And it's Chaotic Buildings. I think Chaotic Buildings is this one. There you are. It was just him making a Toy Story shitpost. And because he's Toby Fox, and because the Deltarune community will seize upon literally anything and pick it to pieces, they ended up taking one 20-second long shitpost about Toy Story and elevated it into a massive, sprawling theory about about Deltarune. And there's something kind of beautiful about that. Because between that and the Spamton sweepstakes, I think Toby Fox has fully realized the power that he has. That he has the ability to push the story in basically whatever direction he wants, and the fans will follow him to his word. And that's kind of beautiful. Okay, hang on. Yeah, it's here. But the other thing that I saw that was related to the Woody stuff that was genuinely really cool was the fan fight and the fan music that was associated with it. Specifically I think the fight is called A Hell of a Time, and the music is called, Friend Inside Me, Last Rodeo Mix, something like that. I would genuinely recommend seeking that stuff out, because it's actually... The Last Rodeo in particular is actually, like, really good. It's, like, genuinely really, really high quality. Rivals some of Toby Fox's own arrangements for the end bosses of the chapters. And it also incorporates, not just the freedom motif, obviously, because it's kind of just become a recurring meme in the community at this point. But it integrates in the freedom motif. It also integrates in the little ukulele MIDI that's in on one of the Spamton sweepstake pages. I think it's when Noelle is talking about, I don't even remember what. I think it's when she's talking about the stuff that we eventually see in chapter 3. When, it's her talking about dragon blazers, I believe. But it's that music along with the original Tumblr post of Friend Inside Me, all that mixed with the freedom motif, and it is genuinely an amazing track. It's super, super well done. As for the fight is carried pretty hard by that music, I'll admit. The fight itself is, like, pretty cool. It's very, like, neat and well animated, but it does very much read like a, it reads like a fan work, and I don't necessarily mean that in a good way. There's a lot of aspects of it that are just kind of like eye-rolling, like, okay, great, this is a fan work, so... Of course it's not self-contained, and of course it's super overindulgent, and of course there's way too many mechanics for one fight in this. And, I mean, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but it's just... It's a vibe. It's a similar issue that I've always had with, like, Lisa fan games, where they have a very similar issue of, like, restraint, I guess, is the best way to put it. Because, you know, you spend multiple months, and this is a super, super common problem for artists and, like, game developers and artists in general. Come on, dude. It's really hard it's really hard to get yourself to stop and ship it. It's really hard to go gold because, you know, you can make it better, you could add more stuff. I just had this great idea that I could put into this. And it won't feel out of place at all. I can just slot it in here, and this massive puzzle piece, and everything will still line up. But, you know, fanworks have a really common problem with that because they don't really have a reason to not. It's all up to, it's just down to discretion for whether they want to go super crazy with it. But it leads to a lot of fanworks feeling really overindulgent, and that's unfortunately a victim of that kind of fallacy, which is unfortunate. But I will say there's a lot of very neat ideas in that. And it is definitely cool to watch. Like, the animation is very, very cool. Man. What a bad coaster. Sorry. I have a big thing of pineapple Fanta here. And I've been, like, taking big gulps from it. But it's only been sitting here for, like, 15 minutes, and already it's, like, the sides of the glass have sweat enough that the little paper coaster is already sticking to the bottom of the glass. I need to find, like, some... like a sheet of rock or something to, like, tape to the bottom of this so that it has more weight to it. Like some corkboard, some, like, not corkboard, what's the word for it? Just some cork or something. Anything to give it more weight. But I mean, This is not. I was not expecting this coaster to be super high quality. It was from a Oh, what's even the word for those? I ended up getting peer pressured by friends to go into a like a Japanese style toy store. Oh, a blind box. That's the name. That's what they're called. I got peer pressured into buying a blind box, and I ended up opening it. And what was inside was really cute. It's a little cow that looks like a root or a vegetable. I'm not entirely sure what, but it looks adorable. It also came with a coaster. I think it's currently sitting on my nightstand. I actually forget. It might still be back home. Oop, this is the wrong way. I am kind of morbidly excited for the end of this internship though, because it's got one more surprise left for me. That surprise being a final presentation. So apparently, the way that this internship is set up is that there are two broad types of interns for the two different sectors that they were hiring for. It is P&C, which is property and casualty, and then there is people solutions, which is like more like direct employee benefits kind of stuff. So insurance for stuff like workers' comp and like medical coverage and stuff like that. More, it's usually just medical stuff. And so far, the P&C group is almost entirely pulled from a local state school, and they're all almost entirely college seniors, or upcoming seniors, I suppose. And they have a more structured system, particularly when it comes to this final project. They're apparently each in, I believe, groups of 7. So I believe it's 2 groups of 7, and then a group of 2 that have more, that were hired on more specialized positions. And those 2 groups of 7 are going to give full, big presentations about, mock client data. So that's one set. Then the people solutions groups, it sort of like severs further from there. There's a couple of people that are on like more direct people solutions, and those 2 are doing a different kind of mock client presentation that they kind of just been like working through and rehearsing with their bosses. And then the girl who sits next to me is works with Precision Health, and I believe she's doing a I actually forget what she's doing. She's doing a another kind of like client review. Okay, I believe the correct way is to go to red and gray. I really like the way this place looks. But then that also leaves me. And I'm in a bit of a peculiar position because I don't really do either P&C or people solutions stuff. I was brought on as a pure data science intern to help out my boss who does work in people solutions, but my end goal is to be able to help both teams, and basically like whatever team needs me, essentially. So my final project is basically just wherever the wind takes me. um You don't scare me anymore, Oblique Hell. I've conquered your tricks. So I'm kind of being tossed around in the wind like a leaf, and I'm also not super good at giving presentations. Like, I mean, quite frankly, doing stuff on YouTube has genuinely helped a lot. Just having like an outlet to sit around and gab about things that I'm interested in to an audience has genuinely helped me a lot. Man, it's kind of this area's always been kind of underrated. I really like it. But it's been nice to have have like people that I can gab to as practice. But I mean, I still am gonna have to give a presentation at the end of the day, which is weird and scary. So I'm just gonna give a presentation over 3 of the like smaller weird projects that I've been working on. And one of them is Power Automate. I don't remember for sure if I've talked about Power Automate before. I think I did. Pretty sure that's what I talked about last time. But the main thing that I've been working on these past few weeks I'm more or less done with the Power Automate project. The main thing that I'm working on now is a big, ugly, horrifying regular expression that I'm using to help with pulling stuff from PDFs. Oh, that was fast. Hang on, I think if I duck into the Miku area, that'll stick around. But I want to say hi to Miku while I'm over here. Oh, I have to. Okay, I have to interact from down here. Also, speaking of Miku, I've been listening. I ended up catching a kind of a weird bug, and I listened through a bunch of Kasane Teto music videos. All of the Jamie Page ones, and I was pleasantly surprised. They're all really good. Oh, do I have to? I might have to do telephone again, but I'm pretty sure it's the same every time. Or it's the same every time you wake up because I'm pretty sure this is variable 44 dependent. Yeah, it's you again. But I listened to a couple of Tedo music videos, and they're really good, and I highly recommend them. I especially really liked Bird Brain. I thought that one was adorable. But yeah, wow, that was very cleanly right on 30 minutes. So yeah, that's all I got for now. Sorry for the long pause in between videos, but you know, I've been busy as heck. Next chance I get, I'll do build a lot. I'll do the next build a lot game, and I also kind of want to do some collective unconscious. But we'll see if I have the time in the near future. I might just have to wait until I'm back in I might just have to wait until I'm back in grad school, because then my schedule will be a little bit more free. It's hard to say, frankly, because I technically have both classes and work, but classes never really stay busy the whole semester through, and work is super flexible, so I'll definitely be able to like carve out time to make videos, even if they're not super long. So yeah, I mean that's all I got for now. Thanks so much for watching, y'all.